Hey, everybody, welcome back to Dice and Delinquents and our playthrough of Seekers of Fate. Take it away. Oh, hey, I'm even pointing in the right direction. Take it away, Nikki.
Hi, hey guys. So Lumen will be unlikely to join us today. Um, had a personal emergency, but we're here anyway, and as everybody has been loving to point out, I'm probably going to cry. So here we
Yay.
are. Uh,
Don't worry, I'll ruin it.
anybody, hopefully, hopefully you ruin it. Um, anybody want to give me the recap of last session? That was insane.
Was that the shopping session?
Partially.
Yeah.
I
Since you volunteered, Travis, why don't you, excuse me, Liberty, why don't you
volunteered.
just go ahead and
I
give us the
asked.
whole
I,
thing?
I asked a very confused question, and you take that as a volunteer. Okay, I'm like, what are we playing? Um.
Mm-hmm.
Uh. This was only a week ago.
Yep.
It felt like longer. Okay. Um. My notes say was a point when I went 6 days without sleep.
That was a thing that you
Yep,
found out.
that's my
Yes.
notes. Um,
That's
and
it. That's what happened.
so wait,
Think about that Swiss cheese. Come on.
wait, the shot, the when we ordered this stuff, that no, there was something else. I don't remember. Why are you doing this to me? You know I don't remember. Wait, how were we in the shop? We were in the shop still.
Peregrine ran off,
Thank you.
tried to do D, and we were all like, fuck that, and chased after, and forced our care and affection onto somebody who was telling us not to.
That was the end
And
of the
now
session.
That was the end. There was a lot of stuff that happened before that.
That's what I remember. All right.
Okay. I'm going to put you guys out of your misery.
Thank
The
you.
beginning of the session was spent. Beginning of the session was spent shopping.
Yep.
Peregrine popped back in after having his first conversation with the Raven Queen, where she was like, "You should sleep, and also Flibberty should sleep." And also Flibberty's very annoying, as they were bonding over their
I'm always annoyed.
their shared annoyance at Flibberty's antics. Peregrine popped in. You guys were sort of figuring out things that you wanted Craft to make. Craft made a list. It's somewhere around here in
I
a
have a list
place.
too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be giving you an itemized list. I have most of that itemized receipt again somewhere in a place. He's currently crafting for you. He will not be done with what he's making until middle to late afternoon is kind of the vibe he was giving. And he notably worked through the night, as he sort of told you that's what it would take. Let's see. Peregrine popped in, stole a music box, left a gold coin, got caught by Carafe with no repercussions happening. Everybody went to the inn. Flibberty decided to take a room by himself.
As usual.
Got naked, went to bed.
As usual.
Had a Freudian slip. Yeah. Had a Freudian slip, went to bed. Peregrine decided that he, again, didn't want to sleep in the same room as anybody else, so Hex decided to sleep on the floor in front of the fire and warm egg, while Lumen and Seshikuya were having a distinct there's only one bed trope scene. We rolled for spooning, which was why that was last session's title. Spooning happened.
Well, it was going to
surprise
happen.
In the morning.
It was just who was going to be the big spoon.
Right. Well, that was up to Lumen, and Lumen was like, that's fine. So a conversation about dreams and how that worked happened. Ultimately, everybody decided to go try and find Peregrine to help Flibberty get out because the door was locked and broken.
Yeah, I accidentally locked Flibberty in the room Yeah, can't
Yeah,
forget
the
that.
night. Yeah, the night before. And then they were like, "Hey, Peregrine, you should help us because we locked Flibberty in a room." And Peregrine was like, "No, not right now." And skated by the skin of his
Can
teeth
wait.
to be like, "I'm just
Oh.
gonna read."
Oh,
Hey,
we have a Lumen.
We do have a Lumen.
Hi.
hey.
Hi.
You're here.
Oh,
We're
still
just
doing
going over recap.
Yeah,
cool.
you missed
Great.
nothing. We
Sweet.
started being on time. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Anyway, I'm doing the recap, so let me finish it real quick.
Yep.
Peregrine said, "No, I'm not going to come read a book at the table with you while you guys eat." They decided to go get breakfast anyway after breaking Flibberty out, finding out that he was naked. Hex and Zeshikuya were traumatized. Lumen was thankful for not having dark vision. They all decided
only
to
time
start
it's
having
going handy.
breakfast. Yep. Griff was watching some shit when sort of the dawn light hit the sky. Some weird lady with bird feathers came out and was talking to Peregrine, and then Peregrine was talking to a lady, and that was weird. So, hey, Dad, Peregrine's talking to a lady, and thus everybody sort of fumbled on their way to rushing to the temple, while Peregrine was like in this sort of somber, all right, we're about to do this thing, we're about to face these people, and then everybody was like, what's this? From the door.
we
Uh,
love
so,
you,
Why?
uh-huh. And that's pretty much where we left off. As Peregrine the um walked through the velvet curtains.
I'm in the water.
Yeah, I just noticed.
You were
Sorry.
in, yeah, you were
Lu-
on the GM layer. I brought you back because you were not on the GM layer.
Yeah, I did notice. Like, apparently, Lumen was taking a morning swim and has now come in.
No, that wasn't the plan, but here we are. Anyway, so Peregrine has walked into an afterlife question mark, and everybody's like, "We'll be here when you come back." And that's pretty much where we left off.
That was a great recap.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was very
It was
thorough.
way better than me staring panicked at the screen, not knowing where I am or what I was doing.
Why would you do this to me?
Yeah, I asked, like, I clearly, by the question I asked, did not know what the hell was going on
Yep.
at all. And you went, "Oh, that's," I was like, "No, that means I know nothing."
Mm-hmm.
But you did a great job.
Right. Thank you. I did my best.
So,
kind of dragging this.
sorry,
in here.
just so at this point, Peregrine has not gone through yet, but or did he?
No, they
If you
went
have
through.
some final words for him, you can.
Well, no, I couldn't remember exactly where we were. If it was like right
I think
before, or he had
I'd like
just
walked through the curtain.
you. Yeah, oh yeah,
Yes.
you would. Okay, just walk through. Okay. Oh, and I just found a spot to get comfy.
Now I apologize because I have creatures, but no character sheets in here for them. So surprise, surprise, there's going to be stuff that happens while Peregrine is in there, and I may go off camera because I'm looking at the information on a separate website on
Totally
my
fine.
phone. So just so you guys know, that's a thing that will probably happen, and you guys will have to put up with it just for today
Okay.
because it'll be fixed after this session. I felt so prepared until I didn't.
Dude, no.
Isn't that
Any-
always the case?
Any DM who says,
Right.
"Yep, I am totally ready for session," is lying.
You're like the
Never
only person I've ever heard say that ever.
Who?
Huh?
Charlie?
You, Travis.
Me? I
Travis.
said that?
Yes, several times.
I was absolutely lying. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I was lying.
Travis,
Before we
admitting
started,
to having lied.
yeah, before we started, I was reminding Charlie of the time that we went through a wall instead of taking the easily marked path that we were
Okay,
supposed to follow.
Wall is more fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you guys did that. Like decided like let's bust through this wall. It's like they're
and Travis is sitting there like, what? Why? But
you
why?
see you can like lean over and see the path going around the wall. There's nothing impeding you, but there's a
It
wall.
would be fun. Let's
Okay.
look at the wall.
More fun.
Okay. Consider that
Hallway.
games are all about implementing problems that don't need to exist.
I don't want to hear shit about implementing problems, Victor. You're the one who made us fight a slime with you.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
bitch.
you did that too.
Yeah, let's fight it. Bye.
Okay, let's see what kind of
You
balls can you break through?
he doesn't show up next session.
Oh, and while they're getting chewed on by the King T-Rex, I'm fine. This is fine. Literally in its mouth, being actively chewed upon. We need to heal. We need to heal him. I'm fine. It's okay. Do something else.
Okay. You've lost it.
Charlie,
I mean, I was okay.
you need the mug, man. You need the mug.
Yeah, because you did. That was your whole playthrough. Was like, no, I'm fine. It's like, one more turn and you're not, because I'm the
Yeah.
DM
No,
and I
it's not one
know.
turn, is it? So it's fine. We'll talk about that next turn.
As of this
That's
turn,
future
I'm
me's
fine.
problems.
Exactly.
Just gonna say that, Lumen. Yeah, like that's future me's problem. That's not.
That's next
Yeah.
round me's problem. This round me is doing just fine.
I got 6 seconds to enjoy the moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not at that point yet. We'll get there when we get there.
It's okay. It's okay. When I run Strixhaven, you'll be able to enjoy 0 moments
Ooh.
like that because I'll just one shot you.
Oh no.
Yeah, that sounds about right, though. I mean, really, if you think
Yeah.
about it.
That's true.
It's gonna be another broom instant, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You keep
Yeah, I
the
have-
brooms out of it.
The broom of doom.
I got brooms. I got tables.
No.
I got swords.
Okay, I gotta admit, the broom of doom is one of my favorite D&D moments. I
I hate
a
the
TPK
Oh,
with from an animated broom.
super animated room.
It was shit.
Animated broom.
So garbage.
I loved it. It was great.
Felt so disrespected.
Yeah, that broom fucked you guys up hard.
It's okay.
hard.
I'll have a little bit of variety. We'll have like a mop of doom,
There. Mop of misery.
dustpan, a
The-
mop
yeah,
of misery, the
Yep.
dustpan of destruction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gotta have the alliteration.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do we?
That is
have to-
alliteration, right?
Room of Doom doesn't have it,
Yes,
but it
that
is
has
alliteration.
the line.
The rhyme. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
rhyme, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Peregrine's off to
Has stepped
solve
through.
his mom issues.
Yeah, okay. He's gonna come out and go, yep, all fine, everything's
See,
cool.
Peregrine?
So there were so many therapists.
This
was just-
episode is
yeah.
going to be
It's
interesting.
it's just the Raven Queen has hired like 6 intensive therapists
Yeah.
round the clock.
She's kind of debating whether or not she needs to talk to you guys about that. Actually,
Seriously? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, she didn't go
You
through.
have
She's still
one.
there.
you have so many problems.
Our new D&D theme is we're just going to bring in therapists for one of us
Mm.
each session.
I am a therapist.
These are your
You
issues.
know how the joke is that D&D is therapy? Well,
There we go.
Yes. See?
now it is literal.
Literally.
Oh, by the way, I am
Okay,
now
My
a
food is here. Hang on.
doctor of psychology.
Oh, yeah, Flibberty's got it apparently.
Yep. Well, I'm also a licensed therapist or counselor. I'm
Every
a
time
counsel.
you add one, I just think of that scene from the Avengers where they're like, "When did you become an expert in thermonuclear physics?" And he's like, "Last night."
Well, yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time it happens, I just think of the last night.
Well, every episode I'm adding one.
I know.
So
Mhm.
I have 19 now.
I think that was the point, Travis.
Yeah.
We need to have an adversary strip you of your titles.
No. No, because they're outside of the game.
What?
And in the game. But
Mhm.
no, I'm
You guys-
testing the limit of the label on the tokens. If there is a limit. I
I'm
just have to
sure there
remember
is.
to not
It's
be
like
on
a
the
whole tweet.
I have to not be
Yeah.
on the same horizontal as anybody else's token. Otherwise, I block them.
Mm-mm.
Like,
You block
even
their
though
entire
1,
name.
2, 3, 4, 5. So Peregrine is 6 squares away, and I'm still blocking his name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So here, I'll go. Hold on. If we move, can we move Lumen?
I don't see you blocking his name.
No, I just moved it. There.
Oh, Lumen. You said Peregrine.
Oh, yeah, Peregrine.
Now
Like,
you are blocking Peregrine.
yeah,
Yeah. But where you were earlier, you weren't blocking anybody but Lumen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
But
that's
now you're
why.
blocking Lumen.
Well,
I don't know.
if you swap Lumen and Lord New Guy, Lord New Guy doesn't have a name, so there's no name. I don't.
You're like a
He has no.
you're like a
his
rook.
token has no name.
I can see his name on the token. I don't know what you're
You're
talking
not
about.
displaying
it.
it. We can't. You're
I
reinforcing
have
my
it as a
behavior.
display name. A nameplate. Zeshikuya.
No, I'm just telling you, it's not there. I need to update his token anyways to get his health circle, so I'll look at it after stream. Oh, there it is.
I did just yeah. Okay, there we go.
I see it.
It's still Lord New Guy. He might earn a name at some point. He's got a title.
Earn a name.
He's a lord now.
Actually, he doesn't.
He's not
He doesn't
Lord.
have that title.
Oh, that's true. He's not.
Very explicitly so.
The only name he has. He doesn't even have a last name anymore. All he has is Zeshikuya. And you won't even use that shit.
Well, he's a lord in my eyes. I'm sure that makes him feel a lot better.
Zeshikuya's like, I have a crush on someone and it's not you, Liberty. Sorry. No
Yeah,
hard feelings.
it's
bro.
clear who you have the crush on.
We don't
Actually,
need to talk about.
actually, is it clear to me?
You
Let's
want to
roll
make
an
it
insight check and find
Yeah,
out.
baby.
an
Hey,
insight? Oh God, I didn't know this was going to be
Single-
part of the session
I
today.
am-
single digit insight check coming right up.
but I am
Alright,
no longer. I'm
excuse
no
me while
longer
I go-
exhausted.
I have to go roll his fucking deception, I guess.
7,
What did I
baby.
say? What did I say? Okay, let's see.
Someday I'll hit double digits.
Hey,
I still have not rolled a double digit insight check.
He could roll badly.
one day.
Wait, what are we doing an inside check for? Do I have to do this? I was in the room. I saw them spooning.
Well, no, Lord New Guy just said, I've got a crush on somebody, and it's not you.
I don't think. Did he say that out loud?
Yes.
I don't
Oh.
think it was supposed to be out loud.
I thought that. Yeah, I thought that was. I thought that was
I
the
mean,
universe just.
That technically was character talk, but if you mentioned it, I mean, that would be his response.
Yeah, I didn't think that was in. I
Oh,
don't think
okay,
we've
hold on.
gotten to
I
actual
don't know that they were
in-person-
spooning or anything.
Yeah, no,
Wait.
you don't.
No,
don't.
okay.
That's so good.
Privileged
rolled his-
information.
All
But
right.
yeah, I rolled his deception check. He's really glad that didn't actually happen. Just put it that way.
Okay, from now on, I know if I have inspiration and I do it, I got to use it on the inside.
Yeah.
Probably won't help,
Okay.
but
Fair.
yeah.
All right. So, how do we want to start this? Do you guys want us to start on Peregrine, or do you guys want us to start on you guys?
Oh, I want to
Like the
know
rest of
what
you?
Peregrine's going on. I want all of that.
Yeah.
Gimme. It's gonna be juicy.
Yeah.
He's
All
gonna
right.
start sobbing. It'll be great.
I have to go play emotional music on Spotify real quick. Alexa, play Despacito.
Right.
You guys who have Alexas. Let me just go ahead and just real quick. Emotional. You guys think I'm laughing. D&D. Emotional sad instrumental. Perfect. We'll play that.
I don't know if I actually have the
Okay.
music set up.
I'm back. So I won't have visuals for this, so I'm sorry for the camera, but I'll do my best to talk loudly so that you
Oh.
guys can actually hear me.
Also, I noticed whatever I think your internet connection is way better because you're no longer pausing every few seconds. So
Yeah, it's
awesome.
Go with me. So Peregrine, you walk out onto lawns, lush and green, not quite overgrown, but it's clearly it's a very healthy lawn. Um, the bright sunlight kind of stings your eyes a little bit as it's so much brighter here than it was, sort of in that early morning that you just came from. And that scent of roses is so familiar. Um, and you hear harp music playing, very soft and somewhat thoughtful, um, as the Raven Queen sort of enters behind you and closes the curtain, right? Sort of pulls one of those golden ties that holds the curtains open and lets it close behind you. Um, there are hedges, just roses, many, and tall trees, sort of, the pines that are normal to sort of your homeland. Um, and while it's not snowing, it's plenty sort of chilly air vibes. Um, and you kind of hear like fountains and things, things that that she liked, that she would have liked. Um, and you see sort of, since a harp is taller than the hedges, um, sort of in that direction, sort of around a corner where this opening is, as the Raven Queen kind of glances down at you and waits for you to build the courage.
Shit. She wants to speak with me.
I'm entirely certain.
He's definitely hesitant. Slowly kind of walks towards the harp.
Okay. Give me 1 second, folks. I just need to input. I forgot to upload the images. I did 2 hand-drawn NPCs for this. You'll be grateful.
We are.
Sorry, hold on. What could this be? Okay. Waiting for it to load the picture. All right, and we're gonna put this in everybody so that I don't have to worry about who can and cannot see it. We're gonna save that. Sorry, just one more. I already have it downloaded. I just need it to process. Don't you just feel so good about this, Peregrine, that you're just waiting for a second?
Yeah. So
It's
so good.
it's just nerve-wracking.
Uh-huh. This is fine. Very, 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 very
Everything is
good.
great.
Very, very great. Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and display this to players. Please confirm that you guys can see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I love her so much.
So pretty.
All right. Sort of, a woman sits on a stone bench, beside a harp. Um, Beside her on the bench is this sort of bundle of flowers, and as you turn the corner, Peregrine, one of her fingers sort of falters and plucks the string, before her hands sort of slowly move down to her lap, and she turns to look at you, and the golden eyes that you used to see in the mirror are there. It's her. It is your mother.
I don't think this is a trick.
You can go ahead and insight check it if you'd like.
I will. Yeah, I'll do that. Um, sorry.
Okay.
So
Have to do
suspicious.
Remember
it.
public roles.
Yes, it is. It is public. Um, da, da, da. Insight. I need. No.
No. This is a straight roll, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I could use my inspiration.
If you'd like to, you could.
Actually, why
Does
not?
Peregrine feel like you need some inspiration on this?
A little bit, yeah, just a tiny bit.
Mhm.
Okay. 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 Not great.
Oh, buddy. Your insight's crap. I forgot.
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean, you do believe that it is her. She looks exactly how you remember in those sort of glimpses of good dreams when you used to dream. It also helps that she stands up and her eyes fill with tears, and she immediately rushes up to you and hugs you so tight. She's not that much shorter than you, maybe 2 inches or so. You feel so tall
Yeah.
comparatively.
I very much freeze. Um, in that like I don't know what to do standing there sense.
Mhm.
Um,
She cries. You feel the teardrops on your shoulder, and she goes, Peregrine, Peregrine, you've gotten so tall and so handsome now. And she sort of retracts and holds your face in both of her hands, and they're gentle and warm, and you remember them. And she is just so pleased, relieved even to see you. It's been so long.
okay, you. This can't be right. How can you just do you not know what I did?
Her hand caresses your cheeks. You were a child, and it is not what you think.
sure how it could
I was
be any different.
poisoned, Peregrine.
Because of my stupid decisions.
No, not with the medicine you gave me. There was poison placed in it. This wasn't a mishap of medical means. This was active malice.
And I was wasting your time.
You didn't know. You couldn't have known. He made sure you didn't know.
That doesn't make any sense. Why
Peregrine,
would you do that?
he wanted me weak. He wanted me docile. And he used you. It was not your fault. It was never your fault.
Yes. Still shouldn't have.
Peregrine, you were 5. Barely 5. Nobody should have been having you administer medicine in the first place.
Trusted me with the responsibility.
Which was his choice. I'm so sorry. If I had had an option, I wouldn't have left you with him. If I had thought for one moment that he would become what he became, or that he was what he is now, what he was when I was gone.
If I hadn't messed it up, I wasn't trying to kill you, right? It wasn't his plan.
No. The amount that he was giving me, it wouldn't have killed me immediately. But poison builds up. I was going to die that day, regardless of anything that you had done.
How do you know that?
The same way that you're here. And the Raven Queen kind of looks up and away and tries very hard not to be intrusive as she's kind of skirting the edges of the clearing. She seems to be kind of peeking around maybe for someone, but she's trying very hard not to be in that moment with you because she knows you need this. She knows you need this moment and this talk and she's not. She's needed here, but not actively. So
She determined that.
a little louder, bud.
She determined that.
We all have a time.
Who
That
could
was my
determine your
time.
time? How?
We do not decide the cycle. We adhere to its rules.
But you are still needed.
I know. And if it were such that anyone who was needed would not die, the world would be a much more full place.
You should have. You should have been there.
I wasn't going to be, whether you had done what you did or not. So the cycle dictated. I did not leave willingly, but I was weak, and I didn't have the strength to keep going. And that was not your fault.
When he never came back, when he never came back, I thought you must have hated me. Never forgiven me.
I couldn't hate you. I loved you with all my heart, unconditionally. She kind of caresses your face and adjusts your hair, kind of tucking it behind your ear as mothers tend to do. You were my world.
You hardly even knew me.
I knew more than you thought. It's kind of how kids work, you know. They, you watch them get their little intricacies, their personalities. I'm sad that you weren't given the chance to know what that felt like. Right at that moment, an acorn uh, pelts you right in the shoulder.
Peregrine immediately looks to see where that came from.
The Raven Queen looks a little surprised, like, oh, I wasn't expecting him to do that. As through sort of the maze of hedges on one of the sides, um, out pops a 5-year-old boy. Um, he is short and rambunctious, and I'm showing that to all the players. Please confirm. You guys can
Yeah.
see Robin. In his hand, he has a little pouch, and in his other hand he has a slingshot, and he beams at you so brightly and goes, "Hey, Peregrine!" And he runs up and hugs you around the waist.
Um, hello?
Oh, I won't hold it against you. You probably don't know who I am. I'm Robin.
Oh, you are not a baby anymore.
I'm not a baby anymore. I am, in fact, a big boy with great aim.
Why were
I've
you
been
aiming?
practicing. Well, 'cause you looked sad, and you're my big brother, and I love you, and I don't want you to be sad. So, Acorn.
That's some interesting logic.
It's excellent logic. Mama says so. And Adelaide looks a little embarrassed and goes, Yes. He's not quite versed in the living world. Because,
Not surprising.
yes. Uh, and Robin sort of grins and goes, Mama says I'm incorrigible.
I would believe it.
So, are you coming to stay? Is it finally time?
I'm not staying there.
Oh, okay. Give this more prep time. We're still building, um, your, what do they call it? It's that thing in the garden with the big lid on it. And Adelaide goes, We're building you a gazebo.
That sounds like a big project.
And Robin goes, It is. Good thing we have time. Although, how much time? Do you know?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, when you're ready, it'll be beautiful. And we'll put
And
a
you're
piano
helping
in
make
there
it.
for you. Yeah, yes, I am. I am the master builder. I have been put in charge of the project with, some help from Mama.
Well, this is a very big project.
Yeah, she's my sous builder, like a sous chef, but for building.
Oh, you know about sous chefs.
I learned a lot of stuff. We watched you in classes a lot, so
You
I know quite a bit of things.
you watched me?
Uh, Adelaide kind of, we have been given the opportunity, given my final request of the Raven Queen to watch over some of your progress. So we have seen you at different moments in your life as you grew. It's my job to fret.
Must have been quite disappointing.
It's not you I was disappointed in. Never you. I only wished that you had known.
I learned enough.
You deserved to know that it wasn't your fault and that we loved you. We always loved you and we never stopped.
Maybe that would have changed things.
I hope it would have. What happened to you?
Do you mean?
You passed. You you died. But you were gone. We expected to
Yes.
see you here 2 years ago.
Yes, well, I didn't exactly fully die, I guess.
The Raven Queen, uh, sort of on the edges again. You hear her once again go ick.
I it was my father. I suppose you probably know that bit.
I know that he was looking for something. My eye was a little more focused on you at the time. He sent you somewhere?
Um, he did as he had doing for a while. My death was also a sacrifice.
Her eyes well again, and she can't help from hugging you so tight. She once again apologizes. Her hair next to your face again is that smell of roses that's so cemented in your mind. As Robin once again sort of breaks it and goes, I think he's a butthead.
What did you just say?
I think Papa is a butthead.
Ah, well, he was not a very good person, that's for sure.
He was mean to you.
You saw that too?
Not exactly. Mama heard him yelling, and then I heard him yelling, and then Mama sent me to go do other things. So, I don't know. Mama never yells at me, and Mama's great. So, I think he's a butthead.
I think you're right.
I usually am. He seems quite assured of himself.
In some ways, him killing you was a good thing.
Um, Adelaide kind of holds your shoulders for a moment and goes, "Do not say that. Do not ever say that."
It's true.
Peregrine, if you ever do anything for me, do this, and do not say that. You are a brilliant young man who always deserved a chance to change the world. That is who you were. That is who you are.
Is that not what I have now, then?
What'd you say?
Is that not what I have now, then?
I think you and I
Never
both
would have
know that's
left
not.
there.
You and I both know that's not how you view the current situation.
I thought you didn't know anything about the current situation.
Not everything. But since you've returned, I've heard some things.
I'm sure there's plenty you don't know.
It's very possible. Why don't you tell me?
I'm not sure. Tess. I'm not sure that's so appropriate.
Robin goes, "We listen and we don't judge." And the Raven Queen goes, "No, she listens. You come with me." As she sort of takes Robin's hands, and he's like, "No, no, but I want to know the adult secrets." And she goes, "No, you don't." And she takes him away to go play further as he clearly protests being left out, and Adeline kind of rubs her head and goes, "He would have been such a handful." Before kind of brushing the bundle of flowers on the bench where she was sitting, um, and sort of brushing them further and sitting down and sort of leading you over to sit beside her so you can tell her what's been happening.
I'll go and sit down.
Okay.
Do you
We're gonna
think?
do a transition. We're gonna do a
Okay.
transition now.
Sounds good.
So the rest of you are currently, from the sounds of it, you guys were sort of setting up inside, eating what remnants of pocket breakfast you guys have taken from.
I'm like shuffling through the bag of holding, just seeing what's in there.
I threw out all my stale bread. We established this last week.
Hmm.
And
So
traded
yes,
it for fresh.
fresh bread, fresh-ish bread at this point.
Yep.
Right.
So the Raven Queen's not out here with us.
No.
Is there anybody out here with us? Are we
The birds.
unsupervised?
You are in fact unsupervised.
Oh, great.
Oh
Famous last
no.
words.
Is it? No, I'm not gonna say it. Hold on, I gotta roll for it. Okay, nope, don't say it.
Okay.
I had to roll for stupid.
Sorry.
If I roll high, I do the thing.
Hmm.
I'm concerned.
So yes, we're in the temple. We're unsupervised.
So, does anybody know how long this is supposed to take?
Um,
Peregrine's not good at talking, so probably a
Oh.
while.
Can I see
we
the
do
clock?
not know.
Oh, sorry.
There's no clock. What?
No, there's
The clock tower is behind the spire,
yeah, it's right there.
so you are actually not behind the spire.
do I
You are
know?
currently on like the porch of the spire right now, as far as I'm aware,
Do
which is
we
facing the opposite direction.
do you know approximately what time of day it is?
It was 6 when you guys noticed that Peregrine was going in. I'd say perhaps 6:20-ish, given the fact that Peregrine likes to talk a lot.
I want my hammer.
I hear that.
Wait, he said he's working on 2 things. Does that mean he's working on them simultaneously, or they're switching back and forth, or do you think one? Hey, Griff, go see if one of his things is done. If one of the things is done.
Okay, Dad.
He has 2 hands. He can do 2 things. That is how it works.
Yes, okay, well, not always, but no. I'm just gonna no. I'm gonna hard no on that one. That's not how that works.
Okay, so you're gonna send Griff over there.
Just to check, because I'm impatient.
You can sort of vaguely hear the sounds of work. You
Yeah.
heard it as you were running this direction, so
But
very easily.
I'm hoping like he finished one and is now working on another. Like, because he was working on 2 things. So that's my hope. Like maybe we can grab one of the items early.
Griff is just like sitting, like hovering over him as he's just like trying to work.
Yeah.
And Griff is like, I can hear you flipping.
Oh no,
Uh,
Groof. Oh, he's as he's flying. I'm like, stealth. Well, it doesn't matter. Apparently, that guy can see anything.
It's true.
that's entirely up to opinion, but okay.
So yeah, I just because I mean we're literally just sitting here waiting. So it's like
We're having a picnic.
Is there
We don't-
some sort of bench or like, you know,
yeah,
There
there
are
room
benches
with
all
magazines?
inside. Yeah, there are benches all inside, and then there is like steps leading up to sort of the foundation platform there. So there's plenty of places to sit if you wish.
Does the Raven Queen have pamphlets?
Yeah. Are we in a waiting room
Oh, yeah.
for therapy
Do they have
session?
literature? Do they
Yeah,
have
the literature.
Peregrine, where did you leave your books?
Oh,
Did you leave them on the steps? You picked up the books that you picked
He's
up.
just carrying a whole bunch of books into therapy.
how does that work? Because I mean, the thing is, like, when we carry stuff, we can just like put it in our inventory and it just sort of magically disappears.
Right. Yeah, it's your backpack. So
Yeah.
would you have your backpack with you?
I mean, I've always assumed you always have your backpack with you, unless specifically stating
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, given the fact that Peregrine is doing weird stuff like shoving things in his pockets and whatever, like
Stealing shit.
his outfit is important. So I'm just curious
Oh.
if you have your your backpack with you.
The bag ruins the silhouette.
That's true.
Don't know.
It's so sad. I just imagine that it's never there.
That's okay.
It's
That-
like a
me
courier
too,
bag.
frankly.
Yeah.
It's like the
Huh?
courier bag kind of thing. Very stylish courier bag that
Mhm. I mean, I wasn't really thinking about whether I was leaving it or not. Um,
If that to you means that you didn't leave it, that's also fine. It's just kind of important at this moment.
I
So
usually
it's totally up to
default
you either way.
to the idea that I just have it.
Okay. Okay. So there is in fact no literature left for you to
I pull out a deck of three dragon ante, which I'm assuming is playing cards, right?
No, it's specifically the it's like 3-card Monty. So it's you put
Oh,
it's
really?
the like you have the queen and you're trying to find the
Yeah.
queen among the 3 cards and you shuffle them around.
I thought it
The
was
con
just
artist
playing
game.
cards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. So you're a grifter too.
no, I don't. Well, I don't know.
You know, that makes sense for all the fake
Yikes.
I've
I was
actually
just. I'm gonna start messing with it and see if I can figure it out. Do I? I'm basically trying to see if I have proficiency. Like, am I familiar with the cards? And
Let me look up 3 Dragon Ante real quick.
I did.
you know,
I know 3-card Monty, but I didn't. I thought
Mhm.
the ante was like a poker. I thought it was like D&D poker. Because the ante is the
not to
bet.
my knowledge. Although I have seen a person when I was at Comic Con play 3-card Monty with a stranger and effectively get mugged. It's very funny.
They have in-game rules on how to play it.
What? That's cool.
I looked it up. Yeah, it's if the players are playing 3 Dragon Ante during a gaming session then they must make a d20 roll to see how well they perform. Characters who are proficient in 3 Dragon Ante get to add their proficiency bonus, blah blah blah. If they want to cheat, they have to make a sleight of hand. If they want to bluff, they have to make a persuasion or performance
Wait,
roll.
blah. So it is poker.
Yeah,
Oh,
from the looks of
I
it.
thought it
Yeah,
was.
it's like there's 70 cards
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
in
Yeah.
like
Yeah, so
Okay.
it is
So it is.
15.
Okay.
Okay. It is poker.
Yeah.
I was misinformed.
Well, I totally get what you mean, though. Like the 3 dragon ante, it's 3-card Monty. It's literally.
Yeah, it's the same.
Or follow the queen, I think, is
Phraseology.
another way they it's called.
Yeah, follow the queen. Depends on
Yeah.
the
So
region.
yeah, I would pull out the
Follow the
cards
red card.
and like start shuffling them and just seeing if I'm.
Okay. So is that D20 your how well you're using? How you're doing?
No, that was for
Or is
a
that
roll
the
for stupid.
that was the roll for stupid?
No,
Got
I haven't done
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna make a roll for stupid.
Oh, Liberty, what are these? She like looks at the cards.
They are cards.
Mm. I did not know you collected.
I am unaware as well.
Can I just note for the camera? Lumen is the best person at distracting while the DM is doing things. I would like to give Lumen the props for this.
Yeah, she's going to reminisce about how the orphans where she in Dathmere had trading cards, specifically with hand-drawn monsters on them.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Kind of, yeah.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah. And she'll kind of look over the cards that Liberty is shuffling, and she'll be like, "These are very boring monsters. No, no. A human with a crown. Mm.
A dragon.
There's dragon.
You have one dragon, yes, but we think you may have been fleeced, my
There's
friend.
3 dragons.
You traded these dragons. You traded for these dragons, and then they give you all this slop with the
Okay.
humans and diamonds.
To be fair, I didn't. This was part of the that weird store where I got all the stuff. The supposed general store, which I really want to go back there and figure out what the hell is going on with that place. Because I
You're
got some
still-
stuff that they should not have been selling.
You are still stuck on the poisons, yes.
Zeshakuya's helpful comment is, I'll bet you it's not there anymore. That sounds like, I mean, you did this before you met me, right? But if you have as much stuff as you make it sound like you have, I'll bet you there won't be there.
Yeah, I'll
If
pull
you go
some of
back-
it out and I was like, check it out. Yeah, dude, look at this stuff. They had, I was like, and I'll pull out like the wyvern poison and go, dude, you know, huh? And I'll show it to him. It's like, right?
That's yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of creepy actually.
yeah.
Where
And that's just some of it. I got more.
and you said this was a general goods store?
That's
You
what the
went
frickin' sign said. Yeah.
You know, with all the times where there are rats in basements of inns, maybe these people have taken a more direct approach.
Maybe, but they're
Travis,
selling
can
it.
you
Yeah.
Liberty, can you go ahead and make a perception check for Griff for me?
Oh, is this sight or smell?
Based on sight.
Okay, he gets advantage. 13.
And it didn't
Lucky
help at
13.
all.
I hate it when we do that.
Right.
So he mentions to you that it smells like burning and he's got ice in his shop.
That's-
Okay, that sounds about right.
There's a barrel of like ice sitting outside now.
Okay, is he finished with one of the oh, what was it? It was
He's
sword?
going between the counter and the work table.
Is he working on a hammer or a sword?
Yes.
Fuck. Good job.
You
want me to
sound
come
very
back?
disappointed.
I'm sorry, what was that, Hex?
I said you sound very disappointed.
I am. I was hoping he'd have
Good
one done and
job.
then working on the other, but he's apparently working on them both still. It's like, yeah, come on back. I mean, if you want to stretch your wings a little bit, you can do that too. No rush. Just, stay with.
Consider he has
Stay-
ADHD.
Oh, that's possible.
He does have very high ADHD.
Yeah,
No such thing as Ritalin in these times.
yeah, I'll tell Griff, like, yeah, you can stretch your wings. Remember, stay where I can hear you.
Listen,
Okay, Dad.
If we can get pagers from another world, we should be able to also get ADHD med.
I think technically the pagers aren't from another world. They're just the idea. They were made here. Just the concept is from. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these are pagers.
Oh, they were pagers.
Yeah, they're edited right with magic because of this world, but
Oh,
the design of this thing is from a different world that no longer exists now.
oh, I thought it was like just a modified sending stone.
Yes,
No.
Oh.
the
Pager.
famed Wizards of Nokia.
They are indestructible.
They're
Please write that
indestructible.
down. Please write that down.
That's
Wait.
oh, that's me. Oh my god.
Put a fucking thing in here that's got like the class of Nokia. I can't. We'll get
Uh.
sued. It's bad. We can't do that.
No. You
And I'm
just have
saying
to
this
spell
because
it
I want to do
differently.
it really bad. Yeah.
You have to spell it differently. It's like
KNOWKEYIA.
Yeah, no, is in knowledge.
Nokia.
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 There we go.
Nokia with the KNOWKIA. The famed
Well, then it's
Wizard of
Why?
NOH.
Look at the way
NOHKYA.
Travis Lumen spelled it out.
But with the shouldn't it start
Whenever
with
we
a
get
K?
these, if you want
For
to
knowledge?
spell it with a K, you can spell it with the K. But other than that, I like the spelling that's there.
Yeah, like
So
knowledge.
KNOHKYA. This is the Wizards of Nokia. So Griff is going to go ahead and just sort of circle for a second, and you kind of feel him go out of range and come back in, kind of, when he's doing his little loop-dies, So he's right on the edge there until he's like, Dad, Dad.
What?
There's people coming.
Okay, good or bad?
I don't know. But you said don't make any bad choices without you.
Right.
So,
Hide.
but there's 5 of them.
Okay, good call.
We got to be all together when we make bad choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have told him stealth, and he only gets one
Okay.
shot.
Only gets 1 shot.
Come on, buddy.
You can do it.
Hey, not bad, not bad. 17. That's
Okay,
good. That's
go ahead
good.
and put a stealth marker on him.
And just so you know, the on his token, I put his stealth in the red circle.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't work. There we go. And then,
Okay.
all right. And then I'll tell everybody, hey, everybody, let's all just, kind of get ready for shenanigans. And I will grab on to Lumen and look through Griff's eyes. And do I recognize any?
Okay, this is where I'm going to go off camera because I need to be able to access the character
worries.
sheets. I apologize. Whoop. All right, we're going theater of the mind here, fam.
Also,
not quite, but
also any information I am feeding, I'm saying out loud to everybody. I'm just.
okay. That's the wrong note taking I did. Okay,
Oops.
so let me go ahead and move you here. So we're going to cut that. We're going to post that down here because I know where that is. And then we're going to bring that back up here. So as you look through Griff's eyes, you can see a dwarf, a halfling, an orc in armor, a triton, and a half elf, specifically a dark half elf, as they are sort of beginning to walk through the town, heading towards the inn. Some specific details that you can see, Flibberty, is the fact that the dwarf seems to be leading. She's kind of dressed like she was maybe part of a guard. Not as much armor as more of like a uniform. The orc kind of up next to her is in full armor. The halfling is in some brightly colored robes, in like pinks and oranges and reds. The dark half elf doesn't have an appearance yet other than colors. So he's got sort of darker gray skin and pale hair and blue eyes. And the Triton um, looks really concerned. Her skin is pale and kind of pearly looking, um, and her hair is dark green, and her eyes are blue and sort of larger than sort of the normal proportions would dictate. But she looks a little spooked as they're kind of making their way through.
Could is there anything that ties them together, like an insignia or a certain color or anything, or they just look like five random people traveling together?
Um, they don't they don't have any sort of color that matches. They don't seem to be um like a team per se in the way of like having a um what's the word? An insignia.
Uh,
Um they aren't all wearing like splotches of red like Zeshikuya's old team was. Um but they're clearly near each other. Um the the Triton is kind of sticking close to the people that she seems to be thinking are the strongest. Um, so she's kind of near the orc a lot. Um, the half elf is kind of smirking as he glances around. If you're looking through Griff's eyes, so you notice
yeah,
that one of his front teeth is cracked in half. Um, so
I
he's kind of missing a tooth.
I would tell Griff to stay out of sight, but keep an eye on him
Like,
and
okay, Dad.
try if you can get maybe if you can overhear or if they say anything.
Okay.
And I'm relaying all this to everybody around me too.
Okay.
Um,
Um.
yeah, Lumen would like to cast Mage Armor in that case. Like, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume you're telling the team, Liberty,
Mhm.
that
Yep,
this is
I'm
happening.
all of
Okay.
this. I'm whatever you said. I am saying to them.
Okay.
I would
Um,
stealth if that's an
you want
option.
to stealth? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and stealth.
Oh, great.
Seshikuya will too, actually.
And
Now that you're saying it.
um, and I would, give them like they're heading. They went past the temple here. They're heading south. They appear to be passing by the store. Probably head to the end.
Oop, hold on, I need a pen. Where's my pen? Come on, pen! Alright, there we go. I should have written down. Should have written this down before. Um, actually, we're gonna go ahead and take a break
Oh yeah,
because this gives me a good opportunity to get a bunch of the information down that I need.
perfect.
Um, so you guys are sort of prepping for battle possibilities.
Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes, everybody. Okay, we are back, everybody. Take it away,
Hey
Nikki.
there. Okay, so we come back on a somewhat tense scene going on here. Peregrine is busy with his mother, talking about what has happened to him thus far, and the team is playing keep away for the most part. It's sort of what I'm imagining. While hearing that a team of 5 has approached sort of the town and is heading towards the inn.
Oh,
There's been a couple spells cast, sort of mage armor, which
and
notably Lumen does in the morning anyway, as I remembered that was a thing that we've discussed
Usually
before.
does. I just realized I hadn't this morning,
Mhm.
so
I have
plan to
actually
do so.
stopped doing that. But I am digging around in my bag and I go, Hex, use this. And I give him a bottle of poison. Say,
Ooh,
you could dip like 3 pieces of ammo in there and it'll add 1d4 poison damage.
okay.
If they make a DC 10, fail a DC 10 concept.
All right. I'll put those on my first 3. Remind me
Got it.
that
I
I
will
need
do
to
Your
do
that.
that.
first 3 caltrops
Yep.
have okay.
I'm just gonna drop them in the potion bottle, give it a nice little swish.
And that's it. It soaks up all the potion that's in that bottle or the poison.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's like a chemical reaction and it kind of bakes onto the metal.
Perfect.
It's like
Ready.
you got to use those right away, or otherwise it'll just dry off.
Okay. Ready to go.
Okay, are
You
we?
did you
Just out of
want me to
curiosity, are we killing these strangers or
That's
Yeah,
up to
that's
you
what I
guys.
was asking too.
maybe we should wait? Maybe somebody who is not sparkly and bright, maybe sneak up, maybe uh, figure out what they're about. I think they're heading for the inn. If somebody wants to like maybe run along the river sneakily and spy on them, maybe
I could maybe do that
you
and have to
whisper
read.
because you're stealth.
Yeah, I was just
Sneak in
gonna
and deny.
say I could do that. Okay.
I mean, I've got Griff as well, but his hearing isn't as good.
Yeah. Okay. I can.
Oh, then here. She will connect to Hex
Cool.
mentally, and she can keep that going for multiple minutes.
Oh,
So yeah.
okay. Sneaky it is. All right, here we go. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Yep.
Is anything going on, or am I just.
Well, from what you can see, um, they've paused sort of in this semi-center here, um, and they're kind of talking. Let me look at my VA information. Um, the dwarf's got her hands on her hips, kind of uh, clearly like not wanting to be here. You're kind of getting the vibe. Um, and the uh, orc kind of has a little bit of mush mouth as he talks, but it seems that they understand him um, pretty well. As he's like, well, someone's gotta do the thing, gotta talk to people. Um, and the the Triton goes, maybe. Do you want to do it, or should just not me? Just don't make me do it. And the halfling goes, "We won't make you do anything you don't want to do." And the Triton goes, "Oh, okay, sure. That sounds great." And she's kind of hiding behind the orc, as if her teammate were going to attack her. Although the halfling kind of rolls her eyes and sort of glances back at the other two, and the half elf kind of grins and goes, "Well, I can do it if you're really scared about it."
What are they talking about?
Shore goes, "If you want to do it, go ahead through Charlton." And the guy kind of pauses and he goes, "Do you mean charlatan?" She looks really annoyed and goes, "We do this every time. Just do it." He's like, "Okay, no need to get mad there, Mithy." Uh, as he sort of begins walking into the inn. And they kind of separate to somewhat post up around the inn a little bit. Hold on. So they go here. She goes across the way. They don't seem like they perfectly know what they're doing. Like perhaps they haven't melded together super well. Um, as far as like team gelling. Um, but they at least know not to, or at least attempt to not look very suspicious. Hold on. Okay, Griff's gonna move here. What was your stealth again?
For Grit?
There,
Oh,
Hex.
14.
Okay.
I'm also like hiding behind buildings.
Mhm. Okay, so that's good. Hold on. Sorry, there's 5 of them. I have to go through each and every
no
Yeah.
worries.
thing here. So I apologize. I
So
wish that I had been better prepped.
I, so looking through Griff's eyes, I would have seen one of them go inside.
Mhm.
So I'll go, "Hey, Lumen, let Hex know. One of them went inside. The rest are posting up outside. We probably want to know what the one inside is saying."
She will relay that information to Hex if they
And
don't already know it.
right, I'm gonna, in my head, respond that I can't get close enough to hear what's happening. But they seem to be wanting to talk, not fight. Maybe.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. Okay. The two, the orc and the triton, kind of pause for a moment and glance at each other. Um,
And
the
then start
Triton
making out.
definitely no.
Sorry.
The Triton definitely sort of glances behind them, somewhat in the direction of where you are, although she doesn't see you. She's frightened enough that you're pretty sure if she sees you, she's gonna scream. Um, but she's kind of got her hands kind of doing a little bit of the nervous, kind of ringing. She clearly this is not her purview. Whatever they're doing, she is the most suspicious person in this group.
Okay.
Um, Do you guys do anything? Because they're going to be in there for a second.
I think Lumen will, with Flipperty on her shoulder,
Yeah.
kind of just step out here, just like behind the building where Griff is.
Okay.
So she's close enough, and she can sort of see this person over here, like if she peeks around the corner, but she's not in direct line of sight.
And
Yeah.
I
And
I
she'll
would
kind of
be
like,
sorry. I would also be telling you exactly where they are.
yeah, that's why she's not just like
Yeah.
walking out. She's specifically positioning herself, and she's gonna like gesture to Zeshikuya to follow. I guess she'll make a
he-
stealth check of sorts.
Okay. He's gonna make another one too. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, boy. You're the only one with an actual character sheet here.
Oh, there you go, Lumen.
Yeah.
Since I am just on their shoulder, does that include me?
I'm gonna put you in my pocket.
No, arr.
Holy shit. Okay. Sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
And she'll like
Damn.
stealth up,
Okay.
and she'll just like slide you into one of her bread pockets, and
No,
she'll
no,
just
no,
be
no,
like,
no,
"It is
no.
for your benefits of
It's
liberty."
nasty in here. No, I can't hear you. I'm looking through Griffin. I can't hear or see anything.
No, you don't know.
No, I can feel you grabbing me
You
and
can
like,
feel
no,
the
no,
bread.
no, no.
You're
Feel
sandwich
the bread on your feet.
right now. You're
Yep.
just a Liberty sandwich in
I'm
there.
Liberty sandwich.
I'm a foot tall. I'm not tiny.
So you're $5 foot long.
Cancel.
Okay.
Game over. It-
Uh,
I
the
cast
5
fireball in your
Subway
pocket.
sandwich joke.
I cast fireball in your
God.
pocket. Yeah, there you go. Now you're a toasted $5
yeah, you're
foot.
God.
now you're a toga. Now you're what is it? Quiznos.
Okay.
Just accept the bread pocket and move on, Liberty.
Fine.
Damn
Again,
it.
if anyone wants to sponsor us, you can click.
Yes.
Any sandwich related
Right.
shops,
Yes.
please contact us.
Our DMs are open.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Okay.
Focus.
Okay.
We're totally focused.
We're totally focused. Grimdark. Gonna
Yep.
cry, right? Right? That's what we're doing.
I'm just wondering who's
So-
more incompetent, their group or ours?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a good question. It's quiet enough that you can kind of hear that there's clearly some discussion happening. Although, excuse me. Clearly it's also annoyed talking. As you can kind of hear some like Wawa's tone of voice getting a little more like aggressive for a second. Before the half elf kind of steps out and is like, okay, geez, you don't got to be angry about it. I was just asking you a question. And you see a book fly past the guy's head and land in the dirt out there. The others do not seem surprised nor pleased. As the orc kind of stepping was not the right place. No, I think we'll have to find a holder of wreath somewhere else.
Holder of what?
The holder of wreath. As far as what he said. He has a lisp. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't.
He really does, and it's honestly it's working to his advantage because I'm not really seeing him as a threat.
Fair enough.
I will say, okay, we need to at least question these guys. They're looking for an item.
These
Yeah.
they kind of post up out there. The dwarf kind of picking up the book and looking kind of grossed out a little bit as she kind of tosses it back onto sort of the porch area, you know, sort of the step up into the building. Very much the "this is yours" kind of. Look. Um, and they begin to kind of talk again. Um, although the halfling kind of uh, thumbs over towards handicrafts and goes, "We could check. We could check the store before we leave, unless we want to try and find a different one." Uh, and the dwarf goes, "What other one? That's the only one we've gotten. It's the only lead we've gotten in 3 months." And the trade goes, you know, maybe it's not so good. I'm pretty sure I saw something moving back there. We should probably leave. Just we should go." And the orc kind of huffs slightly. Um, and notably, he has a halberd on his back that he kind of sort of takes in his hand and rests it on his shoulder, um, vaguely threateningly, not at her, but sort of in general, like, "I dare whatever it is you thought to try." Um, vaguely like macho vibes. But he's got kind of this perma scowl on his face a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the dwarf goes, "Why does this have to be so difficult? I didn't." Okay, all right. So we want to go into the shop, and the Triton's like, "Well, if I guess if you all want to, I don't exactly want to be out here by myself." And the half elf goes, "I can protect you." And she
Uh,
kind of stares at him for a second, and then kind of steps closer to the orc and goes, "Like I said, I don't want to be out here by myself."
while they're concentrated on each other, I'm going to tell
Mhm.
Griff, get inside the shop and get inside because that's where they're going next. And I want eyes and ears in there.
That's a good idea.
Okay. He's like, "Okay, Dad."
Yep. And then just
Um,
find a good place to hide.
yep.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second. Whoop.
So yeah, I figure
As
he'll be up in the
Yep,
rafters, just fixed point, not moving. Yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay. As he flies over, um, the hold on. That's a +6. Okay. As he flies over, the Triton, who had her back towards him as he flew over,
Uh,
um, notices him
shit.
and shoots an arrow.
Oh, okay. It's on.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay. Do-do-do-do.
If it does more than 5, he's
Oh.
gone.
Um. Well, we'll see. Hold on. That plus that. Yeah, he's gone. Poof.
Yeah. He's gone.
Griff is no more. Um.
I
As
say,
as
oh, sorry, go ahead.
so just as you notice, she has this longbow, and she kind of she clearly sees him in the back of like in the sort of the side of her eye. She goes, "Phew," very much like the "Yeet, what's that?" kind of. She clearly did it out of fear.
Uh huh.
Um, and then he poofed away, and the arrow kind of falls to the ground, and she immediately is like, "Oh my god, oh my god, where did it go?" Like
I-
when you smush a spider and its body disappears.
Uh-huh.
Like it.
I will very quickly, in my own senses, I'll go, Lumen, turn into 19. And
Hmm. Oh, okay.
this might be another, does he have another team or something? Turn into 19 and just go out and say, oh, there you are. And also have Hex ready to jump him.
Yeah, she will take Flibberty out of her bread pocket.
No. I stay in there. I'm hidden. They don't know. I'm totally hidden right now.
Oh,
I have
so you
advantage.
you now see the
Oh,
benefit.
shut it, just do
Okay.
it.
Shoves him back in there. And then she will shift into 19.
Probably
Um,
a weird sensation for Flibberty. Everything's changing around you.
yeah,
Brain.
it's like
Yeah, the
octopus
clothes.
scales.
Oh yeah, the clothes aren't
kind of
clothes.
change. Yep.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, I'll never do this again. Oh my god.
It's very unpleasant.
Yeah, okay. I think I was just in your arm.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you turn into 19.
Yeah, and she's just going to come from this direction of the town over here, and kind of start walking in this direction like that.
And I'm, as soon as they stop.
Yeah.
They notice you and your weird clothes and your lack of shirt. And the halfling kind of moves over here, and the dwarf kind of steps forward. And goes, are you the one who is watching us?
Oh, no, not at all. Overheard, yes. You are being very loud in the middle of town. You're looking for some sort of artifact, item. They don't recognize him, so, well,
Well, that's
19.
we're testing.
Yeah.
They kind of glance at each other. They're gonna roll some insight checks. Hold on.
Okay, she's a good liar.
That's okay. Do-do-do-do. So there's hers. Okay. Hold up. She's not gonna make one because she's terrified.
Oh, also at this time,
hers.
I'll whisper to Lumen and say, because just to be clear, can I tell that the Triton is very skittish, nervous, stuff like that? Have I picked up on
You
that?
can tell that without needing to make any sort of check. Yeah, she's
Okay.
absolutely terrified.
So I will say, hey, Lumen, the Triton seems like their weak link. Make Hex, ensure Hex, like if we can, take that one hostage. If possible.
She's going to quickly go. Yeah, she can't. Okay, she can't have multiple conversations going
Oh.
at the same time, but she's going to mentally connect to you, Liberty, and speak slowly.
Wait, to me?
Yes,
Oh,
because she doesn't want to look like she's talking to herself today.
oh, right. Not today.
Today.
Yeah, she'll just respond with, "We are just talking right now.
Yep. But
We do not need to take a hostage at first meeting.
just in
We'll wait
case,
until the second date, I guess."
no, just in case shit goes sideways. just have them be ready.
Yes, we are ready. We understand. She's kind of just sort of waiting for their responses, and I guess she'll try and make like a persuasion check. If that makes sense.
Sure, go
Actually,
ahead.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if this has enough range. Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Friends.
Oh.
On
there it
who?
is.
I'm gonna cast Friends on the dwarf.
Okay.
I will have an advantage against for persuasion.
Okay.
For about a minute. And then after that they'll know that I cast magic.
Okay.
So I'll put that.
Okay. Spell save DC. That's a save. That's a wisdom save.
No,
Right.
there's no save.
Oh.
I don't think it's a DC. Just
Yeah, it just
I
happened.
cast it and I have advantage, and then after a minute.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It always
Yeah.
puts a spell save DC, so I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It does,
What's the
yeah.
save?
So I'm gonna try and do a persuasion check at advantage. Ooh, glad I
Dang.
used it.
Okay. And you're
Nice.
persuading her of what?
Just that I'm willing to help. Sort of just trying to convince them that I'm not like hostile.
Mm-hmm.
She'll just speak out to them and say, this town is pretty tiny. This is maybe not the right place.
Mm, the dwarf kind of tilts her head and kind of squints an eye at you. Before she's like, okay, let's talk, and kind of waves you
What
over.
are you looking for? They did what?
She waves you over.
Yeah, you're like 30 feet away. You're like yelling across the town
Yeah.
square.
She will go right here, but she's not going to get much closer because one of them has a bow out, the other one has a halberd out that he is brandishing threateningly. And she will just kind of like put her hands up and be like, there's no need for weapons drawn. Yes, we can just talk.
She kind of tilts her head back and forth before kind of glancing back and goes, Anka, Tobias, put that shit away. And the Triton, her hands kind of tremble slightly before she does like put her bow down. And Tobias kind of glances at her for a long moment. You are very uncomfortable how long he looks debatingly at her. Before he puts his halberd sort of back in its placement on his back.
He was looking at Lumen
At
or Anka.
the
At the
no,
Triton.
at the dwarf
Oh,
Oh.
got it.
who
Okay.
does not have a name. Yeah.
Who's not given her name?
Yeah, hasn't given her name yet. And the dwarf kind of waves you closer again.
Yeah, she'll move up to about here. And just kind of state like, well, what it is you are looking for.
Have you heard of something called the Holder of Rest?
The Holder of Rest? No, we are not really familiar. No. It is like an artifact or some sort of book.
The it's a person who has an architect, and the half elf kind of smirks again and goes, "You mean artifact, babe?" And she goes, "Shut up."
Hmm. So you seek this person who is the person who holds the artifact, and they sent you here. You know, you were sent here to retrieve it.
We are supposed to find an inn, and then we talk to the innkeeper, and then the innkeeper responds to a certain way we say something. I don't know. He's sort of glancing over at the half elf, and the half elf kind of rolls his eyes and goes, "We're supposed to ask a question, and the way that they respond to the question is how we begin the journey, I guess you could say." Um, I don't know. We've been doing this for not too very long, and it's getting pretty agitating, I guess.
Hmm. Well, if you do not mind us asking, um, who set you upon this to find this item?
That's a long story. We all just kind of found each other doing this. Um, if you don't if you don't know anything about it, it would probably be a better idea not to get you involved, you know? Because like if you're looking and we're looking for the same thing, yeah, it's kind of a treasure hunt, you know?
It is how you say a bit cutthroat.
And the dwarf goes, "Yes, cut bloat," something like that. And the half elf shakes her head
Question
slightly.
question for the party. Um, since we know that these people are in direct competition with us,
Yeah.
do we want to make the ambush play?
Yeah. We can't let them go.
My vote would be to keep on the deception
Yeah.
and send them somewhere that we aren't going.
Yeah, but they're not looking for the same thing we are, so
Still,
we
Send
yeah,
them to Warming Rock
yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
because there was.
was
yeah.
one there. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay. I will try and squeeze the last bit of the friends cantrip out.
Mhm.
Um, and she'll say, "Oh well, you know, I there is a large city warming rock. It has many inns, so perhaps it is a place that you may find what you are looking for."
Um, Anka actually seems a little more scared, actually. She actively holds on to Tobias for a second, who kind of glances down at her like, "The fuck? What are you doing?" And she's like, "We can't go there.
Oh,
Is there somewhere else that you can think of? Anywhere, anywhere else?"
um,
Um,
I'm sorry. I did not know it was a touchy subject. My apologies.
no,
Um,
there's something going on over there. Um, and it's I don't yeah. Anywhere else?
What's going on over
Literally
there?
anywhere.
um, the Viridian?
And the half elf kind of tilts her head and goes, "Viridian? Uh,
Is that
That's
the
kind of
desert?
close. That's kind of close to the Ether Forest, isn't it?
That is my understanding. Yes.
Mm, sure. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad place to go. It's not like we're super far away. Um,
Yeah,
and
actually,
the
I don't actually know how far away Viridian Forest is from this current location because we kind of teleported here.
yep. So Viridian is on a separate continent, right? But it's the closest continent to you, to the west. Um, so I don't know if you can look at the map.
Yeah, let me go look at the map, see how close it is.
Not
'Cause
where we are now.
That's something.
It's a significant distance. I mean, it's not like it's close.
Have we been there before?
No.
Not to Viridian, no.
Were you just making that up to throw them off, or?
No.
That was an excellent
Okay.
question there, Liberty.
If he asked that in question through their mental link, she does not respond. Yeah, where are we at? What's
Yeah,
the city called?
Lost one's weeping.
Okay,
I'm
that's
just trying to find it.
it's bottom right of the big main continent.
Yeah, bottom right of
Bottom
Simon.
right. Oh yeah, okay.
Next to
It is
yep.
a little bit of a. It is a little bit of
And
a
what was the name of the
trek.
place? Oh, Viridian. Oh, it's over there.
Viridian. Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Oh, what was the desert place we went to? The first place.
Sun. Yeah, she'll also
Mhm.
suggest Sun because that's closer.
Yeah.
Have you traveled to Sun at all?
Tobias looks a little. You just naming places is a little setting off his radar. As he's like, no, we haven't. But it's interesting that you choose a place and then send us a different place. Suggest a different place.
I'll whisper to Lumen. Okay, we're done. Just walk away. You helped what you can. We have no other vested interest.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh, all right. Well, I wish you safe travels. And she'll just kind of like step over here.
Mhm. And right around then, your friends ends. And so they know that you cast a spell, right?
Yes, they know that
They
she
know the
casts a
cat.
spell.
Well, they know you cast friends, right?
Yeah, they just cast friends.
Yes.
Yeah. And the dwarf kind of blinks for a second and kind of shakes her head, looking a little confused. And Tobias sees that and is like, I had a feeling. And let's see what he uses. Hold on 1 second. He's going to go ahead and if my phone will get on the same page as me. Okay, maybe not. There we go. He's gonna go ahead and throw a dagger.
Oh, who is he?
Boop, ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. That hits.
Yikes.
I have to assume.
Let me see. Yes, that absolutely hits. Ow. Okay.
Okay, you take 7 damage there, Lumen.
Ow. Okay.
And the dwarf kind of seeing that picks up on what he's picking up on, and is like, "All right, we have some questions for you now."
I'm gonna cast
Clearly
pop.
pissed.
I'm gonna pop my head up and cast catapult on the dagger that's stuck in Lumen, and shove it and send it right back.
Put catapult in
Um.
the thing. Go ahead.
Sure.
The yeah. Put it in the chat, and then we're gonna get into turn order.
She will say as a free action, what the actual fuck are you doing?
I just as a note, 19 is pissed that this happens with his face.
Yes, he is.
Now-
That if the on a failed save, the object strikes the target, stops moving.
Because it's technically
Dexterity saving throw.
yeah, it's not being worn, and he's not carrying it.
That's
Yep.
okay. Let me. You're sending it back to him or to her?
Whoever threw it.
Okay,
Tobias,
so that's
yeah.
Tobias.
Yeah.
So that's that plus
You
2.
know, I was all for peace, and now I'm not.
You cast a spell. That was a choice you made.
I cast a
And he passes,
friendly
so he
spell. I cast a friendly spell that just makes
Literally.
them like me more.
Yeah.
Yep. And then suggested a bunch of places that they should go. And then
Yeah.
decided to start walking off.
Oh man, I wasted my advantage.
Yep.
Oh well.
So he passes and therefore does not get hit, I
I'll
think.
take half damage.
Nope.
I think
He takes half damage?
I don't think so.
it's a level 1 spell, isn't it?
Hold on. If the object would cause
Oh.
a strike, that means dexterity on the failed save. In either case, both object and creature take a 3d8 bludgeoning.
Oh. I did not know that. So okay, 3d8.
And
I'd
so
like
he
to
saved,
say
so he'll take half of this.
it doesn't say it takes half.
May I do something in reaction before we get into initiative, since I was just hit with a dagger?
So you get a reaction.
Just I wanted to cast a spell before Liberty launched one, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So it says on a failed save, the target takes the whole damage. In every other case, it
Oh.
takes 3d. Yeah.
So
So hold on. In either case, both the object. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
so I see.
Okay. So that was 7. So whoop. So he has that many minus 7 now. Okay. He kind of glares at the head that just popped out of your leather jacket there, Lumen.
Well, her clothes don't change. She's still in this sort of like robe.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then popped out
Yeah.
of your either way.
Yeah.
And thus we are going to go into turn order.
I'm very exposed here.
You are very
I don't-
exposed.
I don't like it.
Oh my god.
What? I hate your
I love
icon
it.
in here. It's so
Oh.
horrible. All right, let's grab my character and do initiative.
Oh.
Hopefully not die before I can actually cast anything.
It's so perfect.
Come on. Oh god, my initiative's so low. Oof.
Okay. So that's you guys.
Hang on. I'm watching all of this.
Yep.
So do
Mhm.
I get a turn before we get into initiative, or
You and
No.
Zeshikuya will get a turn before we start turn order, yes.
wait? Okay, just checking.
Yeah, so give me 1 second.
Yep.
Poor Peregrine has no idea this is happening, and I feel really bad. Honestly.
Nope.
It's fine. I'm
You're going
Fine.
through different kinds of emotions right now.
yeah.
It's bad. It's so bad. Okay. Hold on. So that's a +2. Shoot. All right, hold on.
Oh, look at me coming up with the high initiative.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at you. Okay. So his is gonna be that.
I'm dead.
Gonna add that. Did it add to the thing? Did it?
Yeah.
But it didn't give him the thing.
Uh,
There we go. All right.
He just took a turn.
He didn't take a turn. Chill your beans here. Hers is the same.
The knife wound says otherwise.
Well, I mean, to be fair.
ooh,
All right.
that's a low roll.
That's the dwarf. Hold on. Let me just add them all.
Yeah.
And then I will add the numbers in a minute. And then, okay. Do that. Move that out of the way. And then hers was that. Enter that. And then, let's see. Juna's is this. Oh, shoot. Okay. You guys think that you rolled bad. Yikes. Okay. Yep, that's what I thought. So she's rolling twice. So that's that +6.
Dang.
So that's,
24.
yeah. Aren't you glad that she's the one that's terrified?
Well, if that's necessarily going to help us.
Boop, boop. Do that. And then 6. So most of you go before everybody. There you go. Okay. So we have now set up turn order. Really quickly, we're gonna go back to
Yep.
our poor dear emotional friend.
Yay.
Yep. You
I'm
doing
fine,
okay
I
there,
don't know.
bud?
Yep. I'm doing good. Let's go.
Everybody else is prepping their shit here. Uh, so, how
Yeah.
much do you tell your mom? What she asks?
I have questions for her.
Do you tell her that you want to ask
I'm
those
going to be
first?
annoying.
Okay. So you want to
and
ask her those first?
talk around things for a moment.
That's fair. So, how do you do it?
Do you suspect it all? What
Suspect what?
she would become?
No, not really. I mean, there was once, only one time, that I ever thought he might, but it was before you were born. And I told him he had one time, and he chose not to. I thought that meant it doesn't truly matter what I thought. It won't fix what happened, but
Do you have left?
if he had, yes, I told him as much. Told him that if he did it, he'd never see me again.
You never thought about leaving otherwise?
I thought when, after he smashed the music box I gave you, there was a heavy conversation. And I told him that if he ever did something so needlessly cruel again, that I would leave him.
I can't imagine he took that well.
I was being poisoned for quite some time before it all ended.
Is it that?
Did you ask a question, Peregrine? Because I didn't hear it.
Because of that?
Yeah. She goes, very likely. I didn't really see my past as much as it was explained to me. I was quite upset at the time. Leaving you there by yourself with him. Not that I was worried about him at the time, but I knew that he didn't treat you the same way that I did. And I was worried about that. I wish I had known that I should have worried much more.
Did he ever care for me, do you think?
He didn't have the same pride that I would have imagined.
That's far too strange of a child.
You were perfect, exactly as you were. He was perturbed at your species. I was overjoyed just to have a healthy baby. There was one instance, though, that you were crying, and he held you away from his body. I could have smacked him for it. But you were glowing at the time, so I suppose that made sense.
You think he loved you?
He told me so. He always claimed that it was the reason we fought, because he loved me much more than I loved him. I don't know if that was true, but all of his family said that he was crazy about me. And it's not like he wasn't the most clever man I had ever met. But I can't forgive him. Not after everything.
It's hard to imagine him different.
He was charming once. Brilliant and not quite kind. He was a touch of a narcissist. He had a bit of a know-it-all sense to him. But he was also awkward. He fumbled many times during his attempt to court me.
Really.
It took quite some time for him to come up with the words he wanted to say. I loved that man. I wish I knew where he went. His sisters told me he almost fainted when he got the answer to his proposal. He was too nervous to do it in person, so he sent it by post. And, well, your Aunt Louise was very pleased to tease him about it endlessly.
Okay. I think I remember her. A little bit.
She was a brutish woman.
Yes. She was worse once you were gone. But I know you had a temper before then, too. Right?
He did have one. He was easily frustrated. He he was so easily overwhelmed. Sometimes even I couldn't break him out of it. That's why we fought.
I wish you had left him.
I do too. I wish I had seen.
I need to leave.
You said I need to leave?
Mm-hmm. don't know how.
I wish I could say I was a better model for you. But clearly I wasn't. What do you feel in your heart for him?
Do I feel? I don't know.
Is it the same as what you felt for Etienne?
You watched that too?
I saw glimpses.
You knew?
Immediately.
Great.
It was lovely knowing that you were crazy about each other.
You must have figured out before I did.
Mother has intuition about these things, you know. She once again kind of teases your hair slightly.
Um, no, that's different.
Are you afraid of him?
He is a god.
That's not what I asked.
My soul belongs to him.
But not your heart. Not if you don't want to give it to him.
I didn't really question it for a long time. I didn't remember Etienne. I didn't have any comparison.
And now that you do,
It's not like he's worse than my father.
do you hear yourself?
Yes.
Ilian should not be your basis of comparison. Not ever.
I have much else.
If you know you wish to leave, I would encourage that feeling.
I know I have refused to every chance I've ever gotten. And that got me nowhere. It never mattered in the end. So, I need to try something different.
Change is good. You've had problems with change all your life, even as a little one. But this is your chance, your biggest chance. And if you want that opportunity, I don't want you to miss it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
None of us do, baby. We're doing our best every step of the way.
I think it's right anymore.
Right is what you decide.
I don't even know if there is actually a way out.
There's always an option, always a choice. There's always a way. You distinctly remember someone else telling you that several times. Every time he tried to negotiate with you. Every time he tried to get you to tell the truth. And you always denied him.
I have a strange sense that you and the team would get along.
I did take a liking to him. I thought he was quite charming. You two would have been a very good match. Socially. As in, socially, politically. Obviously, you two are crazy about each other.
But you,
Well, as a diplomat, you would have politically been able to be together.
it wouldn't have been as good of a match.
Yes, well, your father did focus on advantages. Heard, Lumen.
He cared about titles and power of our house.
What do you care about?
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty fair to assume that you cared about Etienne and Gione.
I
You
suppose
care about your team, don't you?
my team need me to keep them out of trouble.
You're not doing a very good job right now.
I know, but it's very true.
Cannot be left unsupervised.
Yes.
Peregrine's gonna come in halfway through that fight, going, "What did you guys do
What
now?"
the fuck is
Okay. Every time he's that meme of like walking through the door and like there's a fire and like everyone's it's just chaos everywhere. Yeah, it's that every time.
And yet you keep running off, but it's every time.
I need to stop because clearly I cannot do this.
All we need is like 15 minutes to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Back in the scene, folks. Back in the scene.
Or
I'm
less.
trying to finish this
Or
out.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in
Episode
the
title? All we need
scene.
is
15 minutes or less.
15 minutes or less.
Write that down.
Yep.
So back with Peregrine though. In response to your opinion of your team, she goes, I don't know, they seem like lovely people. I mean, I've never traveled with a kobold before, but I mean, Hex seems to have a good head on their shoulders, and Lumen is sweet.
Randomly gave me that egg.
I don't think that was random.
Well, it was certainly not thought through.
There is trust there, and you are trustworthy. In the literal sense, you are worthy of trust. Just because you don't trust yourself does not mean that you are not capable. And that's what a team is for. They are there to trust in you and believe in you when you
They should
can't.
not have trusted in me.
And yet they do.
I
Defiantly.
You don't blame me for things. But
I don't.
you have to understand, I did so many things. And willingly. I cannot place all of that on others, even if it was at their bidding.
You have no control over how others view or feel about you. All you can control is yourself, as much as you can, given the circumstances. They know your connection,
Yes.
then it is their choice to trust you, regardless. I say this with all the love in my heart, Peregrine. We have seen what has happened when you have tried to protect others by pushing them away. Do not make the same mistake again.
I don't know what else to do.
And that's why you figure it out together with the people you care about. You have to trust in their agency.
I'll just get them hurt.
What is it that he said that once? He said a thing. And you know exactly what she means, because clearly she is referring to Etienne.
Mm,
And she is referring to his specific quote of, I will get you into trouble and get you back out again.
he said many things. Always
But he
the
had a
idealist.
really good one about this. I wish I could remember it.
I know. Something about getting into trouble and getting out of it again.
So, yes, something along those lines. You may get them into trouble, but you can also help them to get out of it, to fix whatever is broken.
Some things cannot be fixed.
That depends on how hard you try to fix them. I fixed your music box. I was never able to give it to you.
You did.
I figured I would give it to you after Robin was born. Surprise you with it. And then you two could listen to it together. But I'm not sure where he's put it now.
I really destroyed it again.
But I did fix it. It can be fixed.
Could not fix you dying. Could not fix many things. It's not broken objects, broken wood, broken gears. It's people.
It may never fit back together the way it was. You may never fully recover from what has happened. But you can heal. Wouldn't it be nice to try?
I'm not sure how this can be real.
In your dreams, how do I respond?
Depends on the dream.
Peregrine, how do I typically respond? I know you.
When it isn't a nightmare. I suppose like this.
I am the same woman that I was when I passed. Perhaps a bit wiser. Death gives you a little bit of clarity. So it was fuzzy there for a minute.
I am not the same.
You have done things that you can't take back. But that does not mean that in your heart you are any different. There are actions you have taken, but who you are inside has not changed. Not really. You know what is right and what is wrong.
Do you find?
Peregrine von Kier. Don't argue with me. I'm your mother.
I think it's a pull that card.
Well, I didn't get the chance to do it before, so I'm going to take the opportunity now. You are my son. You have always been my son. You will always be my son. Which means, if anything, you will always have a capacity for kindness and generosity. But you are also your father's son. You have a capacity to be cruel and a little arrogant. It's a choice what you choose to inhabit, what you choose to show to others.
So,
So, you need to leave. And you have options. And a team to back you the whole way. And something worth fighting for.
yes.
Don't be afraid of hope. And that is where we will end the session today. We went
Ah!
a little
Okay.
long. Yeah. We went a little
Good
long.
stuff. I had muted myself and I was talking here. Good stuff.
So we will go ahead and turn to our outro person. Lumen had to dip a few minutes early. I apologize to them formally. So yeah, Emma, if you want to take us out.
Yep. Thank you everybody for tuning in for more of our heavy drama on Seekers of Fate. Be sure to
And the
come back.
best to come.
Yes, yes, and we got a fight waiting for us.
Yeah.
So be sure to come back next week and same time, same place, and make sure to hit those follow, like, subscribe buttons. It really helps us out. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.
Toodles!
Ah.